Good morning, students. Welcome all to this online session. Hope all are fine and in best of health and happiness. Till now, we have completed chapter 1. Question answers, diagrams of this chapter are uploaded on the school website. Download it, follow the instructions to complete your work and start learning too. Now, we'll move on to the next chapter. Now we'll move on to the next chapter. The topic of the topic which we'll cover today is measurement. Measurement. Now suppose your mother asked you to go to the market and purchase some vegetables and fruits. You requested your mother to purchase chocolates and ice creams too, for you and your sister. On reaching the market, the shopkeeper asked, how much vegetables and fruits? How many chocolates and ice creams? Now, you don't remember the amounts, only you remembered the items to be purchased. Will you be able to purchase anything? No. You have to return back empty-handed. Now, the first thing which you have to remember is quantity. Now, for fruits or vegetables, the quantity is weight. For fruits and vegetables, quantity is weight. For cloth, piece of cloth, quantity is length. And for chocolates, quantity is number. So, first you have to define the quantity of the object that you want to purchase, and then you have to pay accordingly. So, first you have to define the quantity. Before while purchasing, you have to define the quantity and then you will have to pay. Now, why there is need of measurement? Why it is required? Because unless until you will not tell the specific size or quantity, you are not going to get anything. You have to tell the specific size or quantity of the object which you want to purchase, then only you are going to get the thing. So now, by measuring, we can find how big or small, long or short, light or heavy a thing is. It also helps to understand the world around us and also helps in performing basic tasks of daily life. Students, do you know that during ancient times, there was no specific tools for measurement. So hand span, foot span, cubit, etc. were taken to measure the length. In case of hand span, the length between the tip of the thumb to the tip of the little finger was taken as the length, whereas in case of foot span, the size of the foot was taken as the length. Similarly, in case of cubit, the length from the tip of the finger to the elbow was taken as the length. Now, these measurements had certain disadvantages. Disadvantages were that they vary from person to person. Vary from person to person. Now, how it varies from person to person? For example, suppose you want to measure the length of a table. Now, you use your hand span to measure the length of the table. Then you ask a friend to do the same. Then you ask another elder person in the house to do the same, that is to measure the table with using his hands. Now, will you be able to get the same results in all the three cases? No. Answer will be no. But why? Why you will not get the same result? Because the length of the measurement from these units, hand span, foot span, and cubits, the length we get is different from, it depends upon from person to person, means it depends upon the length or the size of the fingers of the person. That is why these units which were used during ancient times were termed as non-standard units. See, from the example given above, by measuring the length of a table, you come to know that the result in all the three cases were different, will be different. So the result will be totally unreliable. Totally unreliable. That is, you cannot rely on the result. And due to variations in the results, unreliability exists. And due to these reasons, these non-standard units are no longer in use. Now, next is measurement in today's scenario. In the current scenario, the units which we use are termed as standard units. These units are termed as standard because they are fixed quantity used for measurement. Means that they are fixed quantity means कि whenever whoever or wherever measures it, result is not going to change. Result will not vary. Various equipments or tools used for measuring length are ruler and measuring tape. These are the tools or the equipments used for measuring length. What are the units for length? Units, as you remember, we studied earlier, it is a fixed quantity. These are termed as standard units. They are fixed quantity which do not change by the person used or by the change in the place. These units are not going to change. So what are the units for length are? They are millimeter, centimeter for measuring shorter lengths. Short lengths. Then is meter used for measuring long lengths. Then another unit is kilometer. It is used to measure longer distance, longer lengths. Longer lengths or distance. For example, if you're going from Gorakhpur to Lucknow, the length will be measured in kilometer. Similarly, for the length from Gorakhpur to Delhi will be measured in kilometers. Now, we will study the correct procedure of measuring length. Using a ruler. Using a ruler. You can choose any object. I have taken here an eraser to measure the length of an eraser. Now, to find out the length of the eraser, place it along the ruler. in this way. Place it along the ruler so that the tip of the ruler is on the 0 mark of the scale. Then check the marking on the other end of the ruler, other end of the eraser on the ruler, which is on 5 centimeter. So from 0 to the end mark represents the length of the eraser. So the length of this eraser here is taken out to be 5 centimeter. Students, today we learned the need of measurement, understood the term quantity and its importance. We also studied about standard and non-standard units. Equipments, used for measuring for measuring length. And finally, we learned how to measure length. How to measure length using a ruler. Now I'll test your understanding and learning skill. Understanding and learning skill. First of all, the keywords that we learned today. How to define them. First of all, it is measurement. How to define measurement. It tells us the specific size of something. Tells the specific size of something. Next is standard unit. Or you will define standard unit. The unit that are fixed, that are not going to change with the person used, the place used, whatever the conditions are, these standard units are not going to change. A unit that does not change. That is, it is a fixed quantity. Now I'll ask a question to test your understanding. Length of a mobile phone. Can be expressed in which unit? Centimeter, meter, or liters? What will be the correct answer? The correct answer is centimeter. Now the next question is height of a wall. Can be expressed in which unit? Centimeter, meter, or kilograms? What will be the correct answer? The correct answer is meters. Here, the length will be long. So it will be expressed in meters. Whereas in this case, the length is small. So it is termed in centimeters. Now, the next question here will be distance traveled by a fast train in 1 hour So the distance will be expressed in meter, kilometer, or liters. What will be the correct answer? It will be expressed in kilometers because distance is a long distance. It can be considered as long length. When the length is long, we will use the bigger unit, and that is kilometer. Now the next question which we will go for is now you have to circle the odd one out. Question is circle the odd one out. First is handspan. Ruler. And third is cubit. So, can you circle the odd one out? That means here hand span is a non-standard unit used during ancient times, and cubit is also a non-standard unit used during ancient times. But this ruler is used today. Today also it is used for measuring the length. So these two are ancient. These two are the non-standard units of length, whereas this equipment used for measuring length is used today. So the odd one will be ruler. Now the next question is ruler, measuring tape, and third is balance. Now here if you see, this ruler is used to measure length. This measuring tape is used for measuring the length. But balance is used for what? It is used for measuring weight. And this is used for measuring length. So the odd one in these three will be this balance. Now we have completed. Thank you, students. Now we will meet in the next lecture. Till then, stay safe, stay home, stay safe.